y'all, and welcome to today's video. We are going to be testing some new makeup today, getting ready together. I have a new Rose Perfecto Beautifying Lip Balm from Givenchy. Sorry, Givenchy. I bought the new Beauty Blender setting spray. I have this L'Oreal Redness Eraser Primer. I got a Denona Myrix liner I bought the new Natasha Denona concealer. I bought the new Fenty mascara. We have some other newness here in front of me. I'm going to bring y'all in a little closer and we're going to test all this new makeup together. Good morning, or whatever time of day you're watching this. It is morning for me. It's 6 a.m. I'm trying to get my makeup done and get some filming done before I start schoolwork with my kid. So we're gonna try this new primer. I saw that L'Oreal launched 4 new primers a little bit earlier this year, and I bought 2 of them, the mattifying one, the pore filling one. I have reviews of those up on my channel, and then L'Oreal actually sent me the other 2. So they sent me the Prime Lab Advanced Derm Primer Base 24-hour redness eraser with 4% niacinamide. Covers redness and evens tone over time, it says. So my skin really likes niacinamide, so I was really into that ingredient in this primer. And you can see, like, my face is pretty pale because I do put on SPF, but I'm a bit better about keeping my face covered than the rest of me because I do use a retinol, which makes your face and your skin like sensitive to the sun. And then my face has also been peeling a little bit too, so I'm gonna use this to hopefully cancel out some of this redness, and we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. I definitely see the redness that I had in here has gone away a bit, which green type of primers are really good for that. So we'll see how the makeup lays on top of this, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited to try this one. That's my first time. Now I also bought 2 of the new Natasha Denona concealers. She came out with a whole like shade range of concealers, and she also came out with some color correctors. I didn't buy a color corrector, but I wasn't exactly 100% sure which shade I should get. And usually I have a couple of concealer shades, like a lighter one and a deeper one, depending on if I want to highlight or be brighter or whatever. So I bought the shades YN6 and Y7. Since I'm testing a new primer and a new concealer, I'm going to go in with a tried and true foundation. I'm going to quickly put on my NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. Now while I do this, I just want to quickly run through with you because maybe it's your first time here. If so, hey, thank you for being here. My name's Heather. Nice to meet you. But I feel like when talking about complexion products and things like that, I always like to let you know my skin type, the climate I live in, things like that. So I am 35. I live in a humid place. It's not too hot today. I think the high is like 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's not going to be hot at all. It's going to be maybe a little cool, very pleasant. But it does get very humid, and I am 35. So I do have some fine lines and crinkles. But of course, my oily skin has also needs to help me keep the makeup in place. I rely on foundations, primers, concealers, of course, for all that. So just in case you're curious, I wanted to let you know that because it's so hard to like talk about first impressions on complexion products and things like that without especially telling like skin type and climate. So now that I've got that foundation all bounced in, let's try these concealers. Okay, I went ahead and zoomed y'all in closer so that you can really see how this concealer looks, and we are going to test both of the shades on my face. Now, this is my first time even opening this. I haven't swatched it. It came in the mail last night, my Sephora order, so I wanted to wait and try these with y'all. So I do feel like looking at the Natasha Denona site, the Sephora site, which is where I purchased mine from Sephora. They had really good swatches. They had really good shade descriptions. If you looked at this little chart, you could pick out like your undertone, your skin tone, all of that. And I think I'm probably going to have a good match. Let's hope. So let's swatch YN6. So this is like a yellow neutral 6, and it said that this shade would be good for people with like olivey undertones. And I definitely think I wouldn't have picked this light maybe if I was in store. So let's try Y7, which I believe was yellow 7, and it also said it was good for more like olivey undertones. So looking at these two, they're quite similar, which is good. YN6, Y7. I would expect them not to be too much like lighter or deeper than the other, but you can definitely see this one is more of a neutral undertone, especially when you look at it compared to this more, what I would say is like a yellowy green undertone, and this one is also a bit lighter. So since I have both of these shades, I'll just kind of mix them together. I'll leave these two little stripes right here and let's blend them in. Now usually with my concealer, I put it on and then I let it set and kind of warm up on the skin for a minute or two before I blend it in. I feel like that just makes the concealer like a little more coverage, a little more like sink into the skin. I just prefer that, unless of course it's a concealer that like is drying down quickly. But typically the concealers I like, this is how I apply them. So let's just see with those two little swipes the type of coverage we get. That's pretty. That looks smooth to me. It looks like I kind of like highlighted and brightened the under eye area. It does look quite smooth, I think. What do you think? I'll probably add a little bit more just right in here where I do have, you know, a little bit more like to cover just right in here. But overall, I think that's really nice. Let's look at the claims of this concealer. So Natasha Denona says this is the Hy-Glam Concealer, Brightening and Hydrating Crease Proof Serum Concealer. So we have Boost Collagen Synthesis for Firmer, Luminous Skin. Cell detoxification. I don't know about that. If you know me, science background over here, not a makeup artist. Our bodies naturally detoxify themselves, but we'll move on. Anti-aging, medium buildable coverage. And I will say, my favorite type of coverage for a concealer is medium buildable. I love that in foundations, concealers. I just like the option of having full coverage, but most of the time I like that kind of medium. So it says it's long-lasting, water-resistant. Now, am I gonna dunk my face in water? No. If I'm going swimming, I'm not wearing any makeup. If I am wearing makeup and I'm going swimming, I don't care about the makeup. But what water-resistant usually says is that it's gonna be long-wearing, and that's a key claim for my oily skin. So I like that. It says it's vegan, alcohol-free, mineral oil-free, and let's see. People reported under eye puffiness reduction, dark circle reduction, crease proof, hydrating, and up to 19-hour wear. So let me add in a little bit more of the Y7 shade. I'm not going to return YN6 because I definitely think I can use that for like brightening my face, of course, but had I been able to go in store and swatch these, I probably would have just picked up Y7. I think that shade is really nice for me, but of course I'm going to use both since I have both. I definitely am not like, oh my gosh, this YN6 is not going to work for me. I need to return it. No. I'm going to keep it and use it, and I'll use it for brightening and things like that. But this is just my first impression. Very first time using this. It's very nice. Now, if you're seeing a little bit of texture right here, I do have some dry skin going on, so we're just gonna ignore that. But I think my under eye is looking nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put some concealer over here, a little bit in the forehead, down the nose, kind of even this highlighted look out. And then I'm gonna come back because we're gonna do cream bronzer, cream blush, cream highlight together. Okay, I have to say, now that I have all the concealer on, I just think it looks so nice. I don't think it looks like overly matte. I don't think it looks overly glowy. I feel like I have some really nice coverage. So I'm super excited to see how this looks once the whole makeup look is done, and I'm excited to see how this wears throughout my day because I'm really into it so far. But I do want a cream bronze. This is not new. I've been testing this for a little while. It's the Revolution Pro Glow Goddess Cream Contour, and I have the shade medium. Now, I've used this in some videos before, and I've told y'all how much I'm really loving this. I actually was telling a friend of mine, I was like, listen, you know, I'm not gonna tell you to ever buy something, but also, like, you may want to buy this because I know how much she likes cream products and stuff, and I'm like, you have to try this. Like, it's really, really good. So I love it that much. I just put a little bit under here to kind of like define my jawline, and I always like to make sure I'm blending like my makeup onto my neck so that we don't have that like line from where it goes. You know, it's like, oh, are you wearing a mask? So I'm just blending a little bit here, pressing in with my sponge. I've used this cream bronzer, contour, whatever you want to call it. I think it's more of a bronzer. It has this beautiful olive tone. This shade does. I don't know about the other shades, of course, but I've used it with a brush. I've used it with a sponge. I'm using a sponge today, and it just looks so nice. See how it's like this? It's not a lot of coverage, which I like because you can build it up or you can just put it on like I do. It's so easy to blend. So I'm just gonna finish blending this. I just kind of wanted to let you see from one side to the other because it's like, ooh, that's like, that may not work, that may not blend out, but look how easily that blended out and still looks not like this harsh cream product where it's so pigmented and you can't work with it. I think it was like $8 and I've been loving it. Okay, let's play once again with the Blush Lily shade of the Juvia's Place liquid blushes. Now, if you watched my video where I was first testing these blushes, I learned my lesson that a little goes a long way. So I'm gonna do one dot and one dot. I'm so tempted to like do because that's my habit, but I kind of like that you get a lot of pigment with just a little. I've been playing with these since that last video I posted trying these, and I really enjoy them because I think if you have deeper skin than I do, you're really gonna like these because you're not gonna have to build and build and build to get pigment on your skin tone. These are pigmented. If you're my skin tone, you're gonna want to stick with like a little dot like I do. And then if you're fair, what I would do, this is just me, if I had fair skin, I would either take my brush or my sponge and I would put one dot and kind of spread that dot out. So I feel like with these blushes, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, and they're not hard to work with either. Like, look how easily that blended in, really easily. If you want to see just how pigmented they are, definitely go watch my other video and you'll see from the thumbnail which video I try these in. But I just want a little sheer wash of this pink color on my cheeks. So I decided just to go in lightly and then press it in with my sponge. If you want a little more pigment, I could have pressed it in with my fingers, but I just wanted this light wash. So now I'm going to use my Catch Yourself White palette from Adept. I have a whole video using this on the face and the eyes, but today I want to use the cream highlighters in here. These two shades are beautiful. I love having these. This is a multi-chrome, multi-use palette, but I have to say the star of the show are these cream highlighters. They're just very unique. I have some multi-chrome highlighters from indie brands that I love, specifically thinking of Unearthly Cosmetics, Kaleidos, and Bella Beauté Bar. I have multi-chrome highlighters from them that I love, that are so beautiful and fun, but I don't have any multi-chrome cream highlighters. I've seen duochrome, but I haven't seen like more shifts than that. But the one I want to go in with is this one right here, and I am going to apply this with my finger. So I'm just going to pick it up, and I don't need a ton, so I'm going to tap that one little finger swirl on both cheeks. Again, if you want to see swatches and everything like that. I have a full video on this little palette, but I'm just tapping this in right up here to the cheekbones. And then depending on how I feel later, if I want to go even more bold, we might top with one of the powders in here as well after the look is complete. But isn't that beautiful? So pretty, and they last so well. I have used this palette so many times. So I'm going to I'm going to make sure everything's blended, and I'm just gonna set down my face with my One Size powder. So I'm gonna set everything with this. I'm gonna fill in my brows. I do have like some get ready with me's where I leave the brows in, but overall it gets kind of boring for me to film and for y'all to watch if I'm doing my brows in every video, but I do have them in some get ready with me's. Okay, so I set my face with that One Size powder, and then I used my Sephora Microsmooth Multitasking Baked Face Powder to kind of buff and finish things. Sorry, I got the hiccups. I'm gonna have to wait a minute. I filled in my brows, and then I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep my hiccups in. I am going to do an eye look with the Bella Beauty Bar Pastel Garden palette. This is a full pastel palette. I have a video, 4 looks using this palette. I want to play with it some more though. I want to play with it some more. I want to do a light, effortless, pastel, sparkly look today. I'm going to do no liner, no false lashes, just kind of like mascara. And I've been wanting to play with this palette some more. So I'm looking at this. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. So let me put down my eye primer, kind of think about what colors I want to go with today, because we'll see, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I think we're going to go for something pinky purpley today. So I want to play with this shade right here, and then I also want to play with Bleeding Heart. Those are the 2 that we're going to start with. Again, I have a 4 looks video using this palette, doing 4 different tutorials, swatching the whole palette out, all of that. I went ahead and put my MAC Paint Pot primer over here on this eye. I'm in the shade Layin Low. You can tell it's more of a skin tone shade for me. If you want your pastels to really pop, use a white eyeshadow base or something very light. I don't want like a super intense pop like that. That will, the light base is the way to go if you want that with pastels. I just want something kind of light, blended, you know, all of that. So I just went with my Layin Low Paint Pot. Okay, so I'm going into, what did I say that was? Bleeding Heart, the more pinky shade first. And I'm going right on top of that eye primer. This is a brush from my favorites set with Sigma. I always try to tell y'all the brushes I'm using. Sometimes I forget, but I do try. I do try, but this is just one of the brushes from my set. You can see I'm really putting this all over. I'm not taking it all the way to the lash line right in here, but I am doing that right out here in this outer corner. I'm blending it up, around, just really, really fluffing this, but keeping the most pigment right here in this socket. Now, all of these shades are named after flowers because it's the Pastel Garden. So I'm going into Creeping Flux, that lighter, more kind of like purple tinted shade, but I want to take that. This is another brush from my Sigma set, and I'm just going to use this to kind of buff out lightly along the edges. I mean, you don't have to. That Bleeding Heart shade was pretty on its own. I'm just adding this to give the look a little dimension, and I'm just fluffing. I'm going to use a false indigo, this really pretty purple shade, all over my lid. I just want to put it all over. I'm going to grab a brush. I'm going to pick the shadow up, and then I'm going to spray my brush. I'm trying to say that more because I always just say, oh, I'm going to pick this shadow up, spray my brush, and put it on. But it's like, if you don't want to ruin your shadow, you need to pick the shadow up when your brush is dry and then spray your brush with your setting spray, makeup mist, whatever you want. Don't spray it, put down a glitter primer, whatever you want to do. Just after the shadow's on your brush, then spray it. Okay, so I've got False Indigo. This is a brush from the Sigma and Makeup Shayla set. Again, if I didn't say it earlier, I do have a code with Bella Beauté bar. It's Heather. I also have a code with Adept. I try to pop my codes up on the screen, but if you're ever curious about a code or anything like that, I have them in my description box, and you can definitely ask me too, but I try to always put the information down in the description box so you can see how pretty that is. Just light, kind of ethereal is what I'm going for today. I actually have a lot of running around to do. I have a doctor's appointment, I've got homeschool with my son, I've got several other little things I've got to do today, so I want to just do something light and pretty. So I'm just going back with that original brush that I used for Bleeding Heart and kind of buffing this in. All right, the other two shades I really want to use are Ballerina Tulip. I think this peachy orangey shade will be really pretty, and then I wanted to use Xena down here as well. I kind of want to just pull in several colors, like I said, fun ethereal type of vibes. I've got Tulip on another brush from my Sigma set, and I'm just going to put that on the lower lash line, kind of like packing it on. I didn't put down any eye primer or anything like that under my eye, so this is just going on top of where I have my under eye powder. I really like this orangey tone though. This is really, really pretty. And I'm just gonna drag that back and forth. All right, now I'm gonna pick up Xena on this fluffy brush. I'm not spraying my brush or anything like that because I really just want to keep this like light and sparkly. So I'm just gonna brush that on the inner corner, and I'm gonna put on a liner and a lash, not liner on the top lash, I'm sorry, I said liner and a lash. I'm gonna pop on a liner just in the lower waterline, and I am gonna pop on a mascara. I want to do this Fenty Beauty mascara and see how this goes. So we'll see. Let's try this on. But I told y'all I'm filming this very early. I heard my son woke up. I'm gonna go get him some breakfast, spend some time with him. I will come back. So for me, it's probably gonna be an hour or so, but for you, it's gonna be like a second. I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and I actually grabbed myself a Dr. Pepper Zero. So I'm like, okay, I need some more caffeine. I am going to put this mascara on. Now, listen, I do not recommend this for everybody, but I do not curl my lashes before mascara, because when I curl my lashes, they will like touch my lid, and if I go in with wet mascara, then I get wet mascara all over the shadow, and I'm already kind of messy anyways. So I usually put on my mascara, wait for it to dry completely, and then I will curl my lash. Wait for it to dry completely, and then I will curl my lash. Not telling you to do that, I'm just saying that that's what I do. So I bought this new Fenty mascara. This is called their Volumizing mascara. It says instant full lash effect. It's not waterproof or anything like that. And we are going to try it on. I kind of like the packaging, although it won't stand up on its own. You'll have to lay it down, but I don't really care. I don't really care about that. This is what the wand looks like. Nothing crazy unique or weird. So I thought I would kind of show you how it applies. Now, I don't usually love mascaras the first week I try them, because I usually don't like when they're super wet. I like when they kind of have been used for about a week, gotten that initial like wetness of a mascara is gone. So if I don't love it today, I feel like that's all right. I'm gonna keep testing it, but I thought, you know, I have it, why not do this first impression together? I will brush through these, and you can kind of see just what the initial application looks like. And then I'll follow up in a few weeks probably and let you know like how it wore, did it transfer, anything, was it hard to remove, anything like that. But here it is, just quickly kind of brushed on. I will say with all my first impression videos like this where I'm testing new makeup, trying things, it's fun. I like to give you my thoughts, but I always follow up in a video later on and give you my full review when I really have my full thoughts on products. Like this concealer, I'm really liking it today, but I'm going to try it with different foundations underneath, different primers underneath, different powders on top, wearing it different ways. Like, I will test it before I come back and fully review it. But I am going to go ahead and do a second coat of mascara. And I'm going to curl my lashes, and then I'll come back and we can kind of see just the side-by-side difference that this mascara makes. All right, y'all, I put on another coat of mascara. I put the mascara on my bottom lashes. I let it completely dry. I curled my lashes, and I put on ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner in Good Reef just on the waterline. So I just wanted you to see what the mascara looks like on versus no mascara. Now, I did buy the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Paintbrush Fluid Eyeliner, but I don't want to put black eyeliner on today. So I figure we'll just try that later, try it another day. But here we have the Fenty mascara. I think it looks really nice. Like, I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to keep testing it, trying it, seeing what I think of it. I will say my favorite mascaras are the Melt Supernatural Lash and the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. For drugstore, I really like the ColourPop Level Up. I'm like, what's it called? Level Up, and the Essence Lash Princess in the green tube. So I would say those are like my favorite mascaras, but I think this one looks really nice. I'm excited to keep testing it. Let me do the other eye and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, here is the finished eye look. I was wanting something light and pastel and maybe a little like ethereal, something like that, and I'm super happy with how this looks, how it turned out. I love this palette, y'all. I love this palette so much. It's so freaking good. But I'm happy with how the blush and the highlight are looking. I just feel like it's light and, you know, I'm feeling it, but I do want to put on a little powder bronzer. So I mean, the Makeup Revolution is doing what it needs to do, but I just want to go in just with a little bit of my Kosas Sun Show bronzer. So let's do that, and then we'll do lips and setting spray. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my BK Beauty 107, and this bronzer from Kosas is a glowy bronzer. So I'm just gonna pop this on just a little bit. You can see, not a lot, just to kind of set that cream bronzer a little bit more like this. And then we'll actually want to try this setting spray before I go in with my lip color. So let me just bronze a bit. Okay, so I bought the new Beauty Blender Boost Setting Spray, 4-in-1 Firming Peptide Setting Spray. I also bought the primer that launched with this setting spray. I've tried that in a couple of videos now, but this is brand new. I haven't tried this one, but if you are interested in the primer, this one, I have used it in a couple of videos and I'm still testing and trying it. I just wanted to try that L'Oreal one today. So this says it sets makeup, plumps the skin, blurs pores, reduces shine. I will be the judge of that. It says hold 6 to 8 inches away from face, close eyes, mouth, mist over entire face after applying makeup. 18-hour wear setting spray, ultrafine mist, set makeup, blur pore, help skin appear more bouncy and youthful. Okay, that's a lot of claims. That's a lot of claims. Let's just see. I like this clear packaging. I like that the setting spray is pink. I like this clear top. So let's try it out. Let's see. Extends makeup wear for 18 hours. Humidity resistant. Let me see. Okay, so first I'm going to test the sprayer. Oh, that's a fine mist. Okay, I'm going to spray and then I'm going to fan my face. Okay, this is scented. if you do not like scent in your makeup, I don't like it when it's like too heavy and the scent stays for too long, but I don't mind a light little scent, and I can definitely smell, I don't know what it's supposed to smell like. To me, it does smell a little like sweet floral, but not super overpowering, but just FYI. Okay, immediate thoughts is it looks like what a setting spray does to makeup, a good setting spray does to makeup. Kind of meshes everything, looks nice, takes away the powdery look. I'll have to keep testing it, of course, to be like, oh yeah, I felt like it extended the wear of my makeup or any of these other claims. But so far, I think it looks nice. I'm happy with it. I am excited about this Givenchy. Is that the brand? I keep wanting to say Guerlain, but it's Givenchy, right? Yeah, it's Givenchy. Keep wanting to say Guerlain. This is the Rose Perfecting Beautifying Lip Balm, and I bought the shade 110 Milky Nude. So I have another Givenchy lip product. It's their like gloss balm in the tube. So when I saw this on the Sephora app, I was like, let me buy it. Let me try it. I liked this packaging. I like the way it looks. So we're going to try this on the lips. This says it gives 24-hour hydration, and it is a comfortable balm, 6-hour wear, 8-hour plumping effect. I did not realize it had a plumping effect. I do not like when lip products burn, so let's see. Creamy, moisturizing, delightful to wear. The exceptional formula of Rose Perfecto is infused with rose oil and hyaluronic acid to nourish, smooth, and bounce the lips. Thanks to the power of pink pepper extract and vitamin C, the lips are protected for a healthy glow day after day. The iconic marble formula tints lip with a fresh color for a couture effect. So, let's try it. Let's try it. So with this shade, I thought I would pair it with my lip liner from One Size. This is what shade? Pink Remix. So, I mean, look how small the lip liner is. Obviously, I've been loving this one. So I'll quickly line my lips and then we'll try this balm together. Okay, lip liner is on. So let's try this. It doesn't matter, but there's like a little embossing on the very top of the lipstick. It's going to be gone in a second, but just opening the packaging, I was like, oh, that's a little luxurious. It's just their logo with like the squares or whatever. So let's see how this goes on. When I bought this, I was kind of thinking of like the Tarte balmy lipsticks, something like that. And one, I like this color. This is a me type of shade. It looks not overly glossy, but it definitely looks like a shiny lipstick. Very pretty. And I think this looks luxurious. Like, this is going to be one where it's like, where it just puts you in that luxury vibe, as it should. This was a luxury price point, you know what I'm saying? So far we're looking nice, but I'll definitely keep testing it and trying it and follow up review it for y'all. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching, for hanging out with me today. I love playing in makeup, whether it be testing new products like we did today, playing with old favorites. I just love makeup. If you like makeup videos and you're not subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe. I have lots of tutorials, get ready with me's, reviews, all types of videos on my channel. I'm excited about how this looks. Let me know if you want to keep seeing get ready with me style videos where I'm testing new products. I am feeling my look. I actually have to leave the house in about 10 minutes to head out to my doctor's appointment. I hope whatever you're doing today, you're having an amazing day. Thank you so much for being here. You watching my video supports me so much, and I really appreciate it. Please subscribe. I will see you very soon in another video. Bye!